Hi, my name is Grace and I'm a product designer based in Canada, and this is how I got started in product design. Like many other designers, my path into product design was non-traditional. Growing up, I was uncertain about the career path to take. Initially, I thought I would become a medical doctor, but I soon realized that science wasn't my strong suit at all. I was always passionate about the creative arts, and eventually I graduated from high school as the best art student. However, I didn't want to study art or design because I felt like it wasn't lucrative, and considering the economic conditions in my country at the time, this was a legitimate concern. So, I decided to pursue a degree in international studies and diplomacy with the lofty goals of one day becoming a diplomat. A couple of years down the line, I bagged my master's degree in the same field from the University of Birmingham in the UK, after which I returned back home to begin my job search. The job market at the time was tough, and in short, it was brutal, and after several months of job hunting with no results, I finally gave in to the suggestions from family and friends to apply for a job in academics, and guess what? I got hired. 4 years down the line, I moved on from academics and I decided to return to my first love, which was arts. This passion for the arts found expression in fashion design, and I started my small business creating pieces for working class women home and abroad. Running a business was tough but rewarding at the same time. I went in with my heart but quickly realized that passion wasn't enough. As a result, I was forced to shove my creative heart to one side and put on my business hat. I knew the quality of products my business created was great, but I was curious to know why we were not closing sales. I began talking to customers to understand what the problem was and what exactly they needed and why they were not making purchases. This very action opened me up to a world of insights, product ideas, and opportunity. And with a better understanding of my customer segments, their needs and motivation, I was able to successfully run the business for 7 years. As time passed, I began to feel an insatiable desire for more. More for me meant doing something more purposeful, satisfying, and financially rewarding, of course. So I began putting out feelers and inquiring about what my next step could be. My sister, a product manager, said to me, "Grace, I think you'll make a great product designer." And as a result, I explored product design, starting with short courses to see if this was the path I was interested in. And once I was certain, I began a boot camp. It was initially exciting, but later on, doubt and fear crept in. I began to ask myself questions like, are you good enough? Are you sure you're cut out for this? Aren't you too old to begin a new career? In order to shut out these negative thoughts, I began writing confessions, and I stuck them in places where I could see them often. At about the same time, I got a message from the teaching assistant at the boot camp I was currently attending, telling me that I was doing a great work, and this uplifted my spirit. When I began my pivot into product design, one thing that was really exciting to see was how the technical and soft skill set from my previous work experience came together and set me up for a great journey in product design. For example, my knowledge of research methods, understanding of the principles of design, and other soft skills like attention to detail, collaboration, business acumen, and empathy for people were some of the skills that I took into the field of product design. I had a personal timeline to pivot, and as someone who loves learning, I became immersed and obsessed with everything in product design. I spent countless hours self-learning, and eventually it paid off. I got hired at a product design agency. I also saw one of my confessions, which is I have an excellent spirit, I produce excellent results come to life when I won an award for my excellent work. Over the years, I've been opportunity to work on a variety of products across industries. I've also worked as an in-house designer in different sizes of organizations and designed a few freelance projects that I'm proud of. I've learned a lot at every step of my journey, and I have a lot to learn, but I also have a lot to share. My story is still unfolding, and I hope you join me as I continue my journey.